Good morning, everybody. Johnny Be Good here. Hello once again. Good morning from... Oh boy, I have no idea. Let's call it the Illinois Toll Road until we find us a city here. We're currently traveling on Interstate 294 north, and we're headed for Conomowoc, Wisconsin. Our delivery date and time is 8 a.m. today at Roundy's Distribution Center. Sunset Lake Apartments, Rosary Hill. Honestly, don't know what this place is. Anyway, we are down to 1 hour and 54 minutes travel time, 124 miles. I guess we're gonna have to get around Nussbaum over here. Likes to run slow on the middle lane. Look, this is gonna be a beautiful, beautiful sunrise. I've always thought that if a guy could take a camera and do a time lapse of that rail yard right there, that would be so interesting, from being empty to being full to being empty again. That would look so cool, wouldn't it? Boy, where do you set it up though? And how long does it take? By the way, I also would like to encourage you guys to check out my good friend Larry's channel, Intermodal Trucker. Since we're talking about rail yard, that's all Larry does is drop and hook intermodal freight. Now I don't know if Larry goes to that one particular rail yard, but I think that's probably one of the biggest here in Chicago area. So if you like trains and new channel, new content, different topic, check out Larry's channel. Again, it's called Intermodal Trucker. Welcome to the second service plaza here on the 294 Illinois Toll Road. So there's one over there in South Holland. There's another one here. And then the next one is in somewhere near O'Hare, right? And then Lake Forest. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there should be 4 service plazas between South Holland, Illinois to Wisconsin. You know, I've always thought that people that work in offices, why can't do their work at the house, at home, with all the computers, faxes, emails? Speaking of people working at the house, my good friend Josine, the one that I went with to New York, that's what she does. I'm not exactly what she does, but she works for some kind of a realty people. But I think they do mostly industrial stuff. She investigates properties, liens, zonings, licenses, and she does all of that online, and she does it at the comfort of her house. In fact, she does it wherever she can find the internet. And she gets paid quite handsomely. But according to her, she does have to show up maybe once or twice a month. Nothing wrong with that. Does anybody know what this place here? Looks like it's a maze. I just thought of something, you know, just for laughs. You go one of these large companies that does lease purchase, and you drive for a while with them until you qualify to become a lease purchase. I don't think they call them owner-operators anymore. Anyway, so you do that, and then you hire yourself a business consultant to help you decipher the rules and laws and what it really is. I mean, let's be honest, 99.999% of us that does lease purchase or sign contracts nowadays, we don't we don't understand fully what it says, right? Well, I can't speak for everyone, I can only speak for myself, but I suspect I'm not the only one in the boat. So you go in and say, hey, this is my business consultant, he's gonna help me decipher all this legality and what the true numbers are. I wonder if these companies would allow you to do that. They probably don't. Half of the things they probably don't want you to know what the real score is. Yesterday I had a comment that I had a question in the comment section that said, if I was an owner operator, why would I ever go back being a company driver? Well, the motor blew up. Each truck that I had, they were old, and I was pretty new, and they were pretty dumb going into it. So when I got into it, I didn't know a darn thing about it. And the truck blew up, so I really didn't have any choice. And then when the truck blew up, the truck blew up, right soon after that, the economy just went really bad. So looking at it back then, I really believe that it was for the best. It was the Lord that led me to give it up with some lesson learned. Would I ever do it again? Oh yeah, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Providing I am debt free I would never, ever do a lease purchase. Never. When you become a lease purchase, most of these companies, they make you their maintenance insurance. Anything that breaks down in that vehicle, he just became the maintenance manager or banker. So no thank you. By the way, speaking of financial topic, my wife just did our taxes yesterday. And well, good news and bad news. Oh, here comes the sun. Look at that. Let's take it in, boys. Let's take it all in. Except we're going the wrong direction. So anyway, my wife did the taxes yesterday. We owe the federal, I think, $1,700. Which is really not that bad. But the topic that I really want to point out is, it turns out that the new rule now is, I guess company drivers can no longer claim per diem. And that is bad news. According to the words of the accountant. You see, I file a 1099. Basically, I work as an owner operator. I am self-employed, even though I'm not self-employed. But I don't know, all the mumbo jumbo technical explanation for that is, basically what my boss pays me the whole gross amount. It is then up to me to pay quarterly tax. No deductions, no taxes, nothing. Just, here you go. You pay your taxes or you don't. That's your business. So anyway, according to the tax accountant, that this year, or has it been last? I think it's this year, that company drivers can no longer claim the 1099 or the per diem, and that per diem comes up with a really big number. In fact, that offsets paying taxes quite a bit. I mean, isn't it like $80 per day, or in some places, especially out on the East Coast? How that works is, for each day that you work, you're allowed to somewhat spend about $50 to $80. And then you count that by the number of days that you've been working for the year. For example, some people claim 300 days. And so you take 300 days times, let's just say $75. Whatever that amount, they take certain percentage out of that. And whatever you owe the government, you use that against it, so you don't have to pay taxes so much. Well, anyway, the tax accountant says, boy, I'm glad that you guys are like an owner operator. Continue doing it. And it was just about last December that my boss offered a 1099 or a W-2. A W is when employers or owners deduct taxes out of your paycheck. And so I asked my wife, I said, do you think we should go back to, W-2s or the 1099? So the tax accountant confirmed it, that we really should do the 1099. The problem with 1099 is that not only, okay, when you're self-employed, you pay all your taxes. When you're employed with somebody, your employer pays half of your tax. So when you're self-employed, not only that you pay all your taxes, you have to pay a quarterly tax. And if you're not careful, I don't think you have to pay a quarterly tax. But the danger part of that is at the end of the year, you're going to end up paying, $15,000-$20,000 at the end of the year. And that gets really heavy. So just glad that it worked out. Now, I'm sure there's a balance in there somewhere where, you don't get to claim your per diem, but your employer pays half of your tax. So that's something that you need to work out. All right, we'll catch you guys later. I better wake up AJ. She needs to go to school. As always, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Once again, have a pleasant morning. Gotta be good here. Peace.